Hey family, I'm Stephanie Wade. I'm her bossier. I'm also the Creole Grilltist, and I'm here in my backyard in Galveston, Texas. I know with the banana trees in the back of me, I technically could have been anywhere tropical in the world. But right now, y'all, I'm in tropical Galveston Island. Thank the Most High. Even though it's hurricane season, it's a good day today. And I take life one day at a time, no matter where I am in the world. And I do know tomorrow is not promised to anybody, but that's the way it's always been, y'all, since the day we were born. So what is the problem, you know? It's just life, y'all. Far as I'm concerned, with all of the reading I've been doing lately, it's like we're here collecting data, and I'm gonna do my best to enjoy my data collection. See, it's Texas though, y'all. It is a little warm out here, even though it's breezy and it's comfortable, but that doesn't mean that your body doesn't adjust to the heat anyway, you know? So that's the way it goes. But anyway, how y'all doing today? I hope y'all are doing fine. Oh, this is live, y'all, so you know I cannot control the cars passing through the alley. Yeah, they have alleys in Galveston. And so people pass through our alleys where our garages are and where our backyards are, you know. So anyway, guys, that's just the way it is. But anyway, if this is your first time coming to my channel, welcome to my channel. And if you are coming back, y'all, welcome back. All I can say is I'm so happy to see you here. I appreciate and agape love all of y'all. Oh, I wish I knew it would have been like this. I would have brought my fan from the Gambia. And you know, sometimes I think it's actually sometimes the head coverings I wear, some of them are heavier than others. And so, you know, that's the way it goes. So it makes your head hotter too. And this one's pretty thick, y'all, and long. But I like it, y'all. So I had to wear it, you know. So anyways, I don't even know where I got this head scarf from. It's been so long ago. And my earrings, you know, they gotta be made by the Maasai people of Kenya. And some of them are in Tanzania too. But I bought them in Houston, probably with one of the vendors at Shrine of the Black Madonna. And that's that. And I have on a Central High t-shirt, y'all, from one of my travels. Yeah, Central High, Little Rock, Central High School. And there's a lot of history connected to that with the Little Rock 5 or whatever it was. The youngsters that attended school as the first colored children that attended that school. They had an awful, terrible, whatever days or weeks or months or however it was at that school. I had a book that talks about it. So it's in my cabinet. But anyway, hold on for a minute. Guys, I hope y'all can hear the birds chirping in the background. I heard them just a little while ago. I had to go inside and get me what? A towel to wipe off with. This is one of the things you're gonna need when you're in the motherland. Texas is a good practice for being in the motherland. Know how to here, then there, or vice versa. I mean, it's a perfect situation. And y'all see my fan from the Gambia. And when I fan with it, I feel just fine. But anyway, y'all, I can go on with the show now. Now that I got something to keep me cool, whether I wipe off my face or whatever. Like I said, it's practice for when I go back. Some people have those little portable fan things blowing on them. But you know the battery gonna run down anyway. And those things, they have like a little noise when the little fan motor runs. I actually like these kind of fans better. So anyway, that's the way it goes. But anyways, I was just sitting around watching some YouTube videos during the night. And you know, some of them motivate me to write. It's like the ancestors want to reply, but I would not replay anybody else's video because number one, what they said is nothing that I agree with. And number two, it's no need in giving them an extra view for no reason, you know? Because most of the things I say actually is from watching more than one video. It's a compilation of things that I've heard, and I find it quite disturbing. So I decided to entitle my video, "The Struggle Continues." Because I listen to what people are saying on the internet, and people are acting like, hey, the sky's falling, you know, like Chicken Little. And I'm like, you know, I don't understand these people. It's like, how is anything any worse? It's like, this country here, the USA, was founded on the genocide of the indigenous people that's here. Only left a few of them that was on reservations. That's what they did to them. And the enslavement of African people, like my ancestors. And so, guys, it couldn't get any worse than that. We was like enslaved for darn near 300 years. You know, approximately 260. Yeah, my ancestors been here with paper trail for pretty much 400 years, you know, since the very beginning. I didn't even know they had records until I started doing my DNA and found all these documents through Ancestry. Y'all, I don't care what nobody says. It is not worse than what my ancestors suffered. It trivializes the enslavement of my ancestors. And not just my ancestors, all of the folks' ancestors that was enslaved during the Ma'afa. You know? The First Holocaust, y'all. There's nothing any worse that I can think of. Ever. So, what's going on now? For some people, with wars that they're having, and rumors of wars that they're having, yes, it is awful. All of the poor people in the refugee camps and all of that, that is downright awful. All of the people getting killed for no reason other than trying to take over their resources and stuff. This ain't right, y'all. It's just not right. And not in my name. And then what's even worse to me, things that we can control. Things that we can control. There is no heaven on earth, y'all. I hate to disappoint y'all. There is no heaven on earth. The motherland is a place that we came from, yes indeed, but it is not heaven, y'all. All you got to do is do your research. You research the history of a country. Research up to 100 years of it, just 100 years of it. And if you want to, since it's the motherland, do 500 years of it. 100 years before any people that came from any other countries came, and see what was actually happening, how people were living, whether culturally, spiritually, who they were worshiping, the languages they were using. All of that information is available, y'all. So y'all can research that if that's what you so choose. But y'all will be surprised at what you find out. I've said in previous videos, when I went to Cameroon, I learned so much history about the Tcar people, which is the people group that African ancestry said maternally I'm connected to. And I'm telling you, after I heard so much history, after a while, y'all, I was overstimulated and I didn't want to hear anymore. I really didn't, because not everything was good, you know? And that was before anybody even came on shore. And then when people came on shore, what folks did to one another just so they can get crazy stuff like umbrellas and horses and rum and sugar and salt, etc., etc. It's just mind-blowing, y'all. Just mind-blowing. But the struggle continues, y'all. There's wars and rumors of war on the continent to this very day. Whether it's Ethiopia and the Eritreans, or the peoples in the Congo, or the people that's in Guinea-Conakry, Mali, you have to always find out what's going on politically before you even travel anywhere, whether it's on the continent or off. Because other places you may go and politically it's not cool, you know? It's lots of other places that is pretty shaky on their politics, whether it's in South America or Asian country or Arab country, whatever. You can pick it, you name it. All of these, let's just say, unnatural occurrences that's acts of man, not acts of God, including all these viruses that's out there. Yeah, y'all. I mean, they've had floods everywhere. I didn't even know the Netherlands flood, y'all. I had no idea. I had no idea London could flood. I had no idea New York could flood. So you got to be very careful. Even just if you want to travel to America, if you're coming from someplace else. Like New York flooded, y'all. The basement apartments flooded out. Fires in California. It's like, where are you gonna go? I don't know. Don't ask me. But the thing about it is, things have been happening all along, but you just did not get to hear about it because there was no social media. For a long time, that is something new, social media. So all the horrible things that have happened in the past, you really didn't know about unless you were in that particular locale. But now, thanks or no thanks to social media, we are learning a lot. And it's so sad that a lot of people on social media are focusing in on such little small petty things, like it has something to do with them, instead of worrying about where people are dying for no good reason at all. Just for no good reason at all, y'all. People are fighting over crazy stuff, like how people are dressed, or what people consider masculine or feminine. I'm confused, y'all. I'm 68 years old, so I remember when I was a teenager, y'all, we used to wear mini skirts, maxi skirts, maxi coats, hot pants in the summer, and hot pants in the winter with maxi coats. We wore long dresses with splits on the side, with hot pants. And we are now your grandmamas. And some of y'all's mothers, yeah, the ones that's doing all the complaining, yeah, we your mamas. Like they say, your mama, yeah, your mama wore hot pants. Your mama wore jumper suits, probably. Look in those family albums, and you can see how people dressed back in the day, in the 60s and the 70s. Yeah, go check that out. And all of this talking about guys wearing pants hanging down. Well, your grandpa and your daddy. Because, yeah, they wore pants loose, and they would be falling down. They had to wear a belt. That was a requirement at the school. So they wore a big old belt that they had to keep pulling up. So the pants was falling down, and they pulled them up. Falling down, and they pulled them up. It was like crazy, y'all. I was glad I was a girl, so I didn't have to worry about all this up and down business with my fashion. But yeah, who's to judge what's masculine or feminine dress? Your grandpas wore Nehru jackets and dashikis. Yeah, and we wore the same dashikis as what? A mini dress. If they was long enough, you know. And we wore Nehru dresses too. We wore pantsuits, yeah. We wore pantsuits and the same dress that was with the pantsuit. We would wear that by itself. And it was a mini dress. So fashion is fluid, y'all. You cannot tell by fashion what gender someone is. By fashion, it's all fluid. And some places, modest dress, a woman has to wear pants as an undergarment, long pants with a dress on top. And in some places, you're forbidden to wear pants. Even in the United States for a while, women were not allowed to wear pants, you know? I'm telling you, fashion is fluid. And in some places, you know, people fight over what? Stupid colors. You can't wear red in a blue neighborhood. You can't wear blue in a red neighborhood. It's crazy, y'all. People are acting tribalistic. That's right here in the USA. You know, just crazy stuff. Just crazy behavior that don't make no sense. No sense at all. Like I said, wars and rumors of war since Cain killed Abel. But do we want to keep on with this kind of stuff. Who's to say what makes a man macho or masculine? The most macho of a man, you know, like in the village, the village people, village whoever, they sang YMCA, I gotta be a macho man, macho man, and they wore leather and everything, and they was in every branch of the military and everything else, and police and everybody. It's no way you can decide on anybody, whatever, because of how they dress. Behavior behind closed doors will never be regulated by anybody. And if it is, it's a sad case, because once a witch hunt begins, it'll be just like in the days. And then what will happen when they come for you, and you. Let's say they don't like the shoes I'm wearing, and so they say she's a witch. So then what about the warlock? Will you just say, oh, he's a shaman and he's okay? Or will the next person say, he's a herbal doctor and he's okay? Or she's a herbal doctor and she's okay. She's a healer, you know? Because once upon a time, people thought doctors who used things other than herbs was quacks. You know, doctors used to put all kind of leeches on you. And people used to have tree finding, like thousands of years ago. People like put skull, like holes in your skull. They called it tree finding. If you complained of a headache, I would have never complained of no headache. They'll cut a hole in your head and then put the skull back and sew it back together with some rough kind of thread, you know? They actually have people that have had more than one surgery on their skull, tree finding for a headache. Like I said, I would have never complained about a headache if I seen what they did to the other poor people that complained. I'd have learned to suffer in silence. But anyway, like I'm saying, people picking on petty stuff to complain about things that don't really matter in the long run. It's just a superficial, what they call it, red flag, because they have no power to really change anything. Not really. Certain things people do, and you don't even know the reasons why. The only people that have power to change things in a big way is the 1 to 2%. The elites of the world. I mean the world, y'all, not no particular place. It's everywhere. Whether you call it Babylon, you don't call it Babylon, it doesn't matter. It's everywhere. The 1 to 2% run all of the world economy. And if you're not in the 1 to 2%, you're the people. That's everybody else. You're everybody else. And they're controlling us with all of this media that has us doing a pecking order on each other. And even if you say that something would fall down from the sky or whatever, how long would anybody's resources last if it was in canned goods or dehydrated or whatever? Eventually something gonna get to it, y'all, whether it's the rats, all of the people. Even if you had a borehole, the borehole could go dry. If you had a whole lot of water stored up, it's not going to last forever. It's not, no more no matter what you do, nothing will last forever. So praying for it to end makes no sense to me. Praying for anything to end makes no sense to me. It is no way I want to be in any world where I'm trying to kill my neighbor or starve my relatives because I felt like they didn't save up enough food. And like I said, how much food are you going to save up? 1 year, 2 years, 10 years, 20 years, 100 years? How long you going to live? And you can grow your food, but it's no guarantee on a yield on your crop. You don't know when that crop is going to work. Last year I grew my okra and harvested okra and found out I needed to plant more okra trees, bushes, whatever they call. This year I planted okra, nothing grew. What grew? Some kind of critters came and ate them, you know. But I never got an okra flower, you know. I had to sneeze, y'all. But anyway, I never got an okra flower. I have my Okinawa sweet potatoes growing. But if I dug some of them up, because some of them are changing color, but most of them, the leaves are still green though. I might not have no potatoes under there. Or maybe 1 or 2. You know, maybe you're supposed to harvest them when all the leaves start turning. You know, my figs. I did see figs, but they never ripened. And the one fig I had my eye on, the ants had their eye on it too. And when I went to get it that day that I thought it was ripe enough to harvest, it had ants all in it. It did. So that was that. So it's no guarantee that the crops will grow. But I tell you, I want to live in a world where I can share seeds with my neighbors and they can share seeds with me. And if I have a good crop, that I can share my food with others. Life is not worth living if I have to be in a world by myself. If I could have one of those $1,000,000 shelters underneath the ground and live there until I die, even if I live to be 101, and there was nobody in it but me and a couple of other people, I'd rather die above ground with everybody else. It's the quality of life, y'all, that matters to me. I can't judge for anybody else. It's the quality of life that matters to me. And sharing and caring is the way for me to go. I share with my family, I share with my friends. I do have my limits. Like I said, I expect people to respect me. If folks can't respect me, they don't need to be in my presence. My grandmother say, treat them with a long handle spoon. And that's what I do. But if somebody is a good person and they treat me like I want to be treated and I treat them like they want to be treated, we all good, y'all. It's all good in the neighborhood. Good people get good people. It's not all about just being selfish. Can you imagine living in a world where people judge you on your dress? For real? For real though? Suppose I lived in a place where I had to wear makeup every day. When I was a Mary Kay queen, I had to wear makeup every day before I walked out the house. I had to wear makeup because I was selling makeup, you know? They have my little Mary Kay basket and all of that. Right now, I only wear makeup just on rare occasions. Maybe somebody get married or whatever, and then it's still light makeup. And can you imagine if somebody was judging you if your pants was too tight or too loose according to what they say, or your pants was too short, or your pants was too long? The fashion police, for real? You tell me I look too much like a man when I don't wear makeup? Or I wear makeup and then y'all say I look like a woman of the night. You know, you can't never please some people. Some people, you wear perfume, they'll say you from loose morals or something. Can you imagine? Just smelling good can be conceived as something bad. Can you believe that? What about anybody smelling good, you know? What about if I just use my essential oils with my lavender and all of that? Same issue? Come on now. People is the fashion police, the scent police. We shouldn't have stuff like that, y'all. That's so petty. As long as it has nothing to do with other folks, denying other folks life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, I think we should leave people be. Leave people be. I want to be in a society where the free will that I got from the Creator is extended to every human being. The free will that I got from the Most High would be extended to all human beings. Isn't it enough that we have history of being denied our humanity? So how can we turn around and be inhuman to someone else and be all cheering because somebody is told what to wear or how to look or being judged by how they look? It don't make no sense, y'all. That's just so petty. It's just so petty. And then we don't have no compassion for people dying because we so focused on what somebody is wearing. If we think they look too much like a boy, too much like a girl. It's crazy, y'all. I'm sad about crazy stuff like that. I understand free speech is not free everywhere, but I'm telling y'all, if people start cheering for folks getting denied their human right to be left alone with how they dress. When I was in Nigeria and I was in Ghana, I saw men so happy and proud to be wearing their colors, pinks and greens and lace and everything, that you could have his and her dress using the same fabric, which was freaking taboo in this country. You know, taboo. They're so busy worrying about what a woman wear and what a man wear. It's just crazy, y'all. And no matter what, I had little boys with shirts on that said, "I'm a boy." And since they look like me, they would still say, "Oh, she's so cute." And I kept saying, "He's a boy. Don't you see he got a shirt on say, 'I'm a boy'?" I guess some people are illiterate, you know? But I made sure every baby I had that was a boy wore a little shirt say, "I'm a boy." I never let my boys wear no darn dress because I didn't want them being labeled as me trying to turn no boy into no girl. If I had a dress, whether it was crocheted, beautiful or not, whether it's from a fancy store or not, that I got it for the baby when I was pregnant, once I delivered and it's a boy, I'd get a girl dress away to my cousin that had a girl that could fit that dress. And I never let my boys wear no girl dress. But I'm telling you, in some places, wearing a skirt is not that big a deal. You know, you're wearing a kilt. It's called a kilt instead of a skirt. People wear wrappers. People wear cultural attire. They still here would be a dress, you know, and some pants. I just think people are just too judgmental, y'all. Too judgmental. And I pray that it stops. I mean, we make the rich richer, the 1 or 2% richer by buying, not me, but lots of people, buying brand name clothes. Somebody else's name on you. Gucci, Patucci, whatever. It's not your name. So spending all your hard-earned money to have that on your clothes or purses or shoes or whatever is a waste of money. And branding yourself. We already used to get branded when we was enslaved. So why want to be voluntarily branded now and enriching the rich, the 1-2% who's actually causing everybody else grief, making money off of us? And we're not understanding because they hoodwinked us with the caste system. And so we actually think that we're better than somebody else because they didn't wear the right dress or the right pair of pants and they didn't have nobody else's name on them. Wake up, people. Wake up. And did I say wake up? Save your money. So when you travel and see the world, you can get clothes made the way you want them. And if you want somebody's name put on them, they can embroider your name on it. How about that? Any way you want, you know? Your design. You just tell them what you want. They'll sketch it for you if you want them to sketch it for you. And they'll definitely do it your way. Like they say, have it your way. You can have it your way. And I'm telling y'all, I would like to hear what y'all got to say. And I pray that you share your thoughts with me. I want to hear from you guys. And if any of this message has been beneficial to you, please share it with other people, because I'm sure all of that hate speech I've been hearing have been passed on to many people. All that judgment of people who have not done anything to anybody, people that have no power, all because it makes one feel powerful to stay in judgment of somebody else that has no power. And whether it's wear a mask or don't wear a mask as a fashion statement, I'm not talking about anything else. Or to wear a headscarf tied under your neck, or wear a whole hijab, wear one where you cover your face, or you don't cover your face, you cover your eyes, you don't cover your eyes. I'm just saying. All of these judgments of people cheering other folks because they're standing in judgment of what they think of is an outward show of somebody's sexual choices, or even. I think it's pitiful. You can never judge a book by its cover, people. Remember that. You can never judge a book by its cover. My friend Saki was in the U.S. Air Force. And he was from California. So when he was on leave, he bought what the people in California was wearing. So it was the latest fashion bag for men. But he forgot that in Texas, hey, we macho men, in Texas, no matter who you like, you're going to be a macho man regardless. So when he got here, we went out to the club, and he had his bag, I had mine, and when he was walking in the club, he said, "Will you carry my bag for me?" And I know that he liked me. Yeah, he was straight as an arrow, guys. And I laughed, because me, even in his 60s and 70s, I knew that you cannot judge a man by his bag or nothing else that he wears, whether it's a dashik or a Nehru jacket or whatever. And so I carried his bag for him. So I went in the club looking crazy. I had 2 bags, 2 purses. I bet they like, she got so much money, she got 2 purses going to the club. But I'll do anything for my friends. And so on that laugh, y'all, I would say what? Peace. Peace. Power to the people. And I'm out, y'all. Bye.